but after getting the first butterflies out of his stomach, he just loved it. Getting the first butterflies out of his stomach. This means getting used to something for the first time. Having butterflies in your stomach means to be nervous. Getting the first butterflies out of his stomach. And then Eric says you could tell, or you could see, he was just having the time of his life. Time of his life. This means a really good time. Time of his life. An example of time of his life would be, Kimberly had the time of her life at the party. She was smiling all night. Time of his life, or for this example, time of her life. And then Joe says, oh, that's great. He must have been psyched to see Derek's kids also and Mark's new baby. Psyched. Psyched means excited. Psyched. For example, I was psyched to see the new Batman movie. Psyched. And then Eric says, oh, absolutely. So he's saying, oh, definitely, or oh, for sure. At this age, they do a lot of parallel play. And because he's not old enough yet to play with, he kind of plays alongside. What Eric is saying here is that his son is too young to play with other children, so he plays next to them by himself. And then Eric goes on to say, but he's just starting to get the hang of playing with and interacting with. To get the hang of. This means to become better at. To get the hang of. An example of to get the hang of would be, it takes a child a while to get the hang of riding a bicycle. To get the hang of. And when Eric says interacting with, what he's talking about is speaking with. Then Eric goes on to say, and he loves to be in packs of kids. Packs just means groups. And Eric says, he really has a great time. Joe says, yeah, it's like innate. And he laughs and says, you know, innate. This means something you do not need to learn because you were born with it. Innate. And Eric says, yeah, it really is. It's fun to watch him learn. He's at this age of language explosion. What Eric is saying here is he's at this age of learning a lot of new words. And then Eric says, and certainly, or definitely, being around other kids really helps. And then Joe says, oh, definitely. So you guys, you went out on Mark's boat, so that must have been fun. And Eric says, oh, it was. And Joe says, so, what else did you guys do while you were there? When he says what else, he's saying, what other things did you guys do while you were there? And Eric says, well, you know, on the whole boat thing. So what he's saying is, speaking of going out on a boat, and Eric continues to say, we did some crabbing. Crabbing, meaning trying to catch crabs. And then Eric says, where we caught some crabs. Crabs live in the ocean. Many people like to eat crabs because they have soft white meat. And Eric says, and used the boat as sort of a shuttle. Sort of means a type of. And shuttle is just something that takes people somewhere and brings them back. So Eric continues to say, to get from island to island. So we did a little bit, or a small amount, of island hopping. Island hopping just means that they went around to different islands. Then Eric says, with picnicking on some islands. Picnicking is just cooking and eating outside. And Eric says, we cooked some great meals, sort of, with the whole group of us together. So what he's saying is the whole group, all of them, everyone together. And Joe says, oh, that's great. And Eric says, yeah, and some people got some massages. A massage helps people relax. It's something, they pay money for someone to rub their back, legs, and arms. And Eric goes on to say, just tried to chill out and relax. Chill out. This means to relax. Chill out. For example, I like to go to the beach to chill out. It is very relaxing. Chill out. And then Eric says, and it was just really low key. Low key. This means relaxing also. Low key. For example, I like Sunday night to be low key because I work early Monday morning. Low key. And then Eric says, a really restful trip, which is what I think about when I think about Mark and their place up there. And then Joe says, yeah, it sounds like you were really able to let go, huh? To let go. This means to relax. To let go. For example, when I go to Hawaii, it is easy to let go. To let go. Now when Joe says, huh, he's saying, do you agree? And then Eric says, it was a longer trip for me than I've taken in the last couple of years. So he's saying in the last 2 years. Going up there. Going. This is short for going. And then Eric says, we went for five or 6 days, and Joe says, oh, I didn't realize you were going that long. And Eric says, yeah, normally or usually I'm just up there for a long weekend. And Joe says, sure. And Eric says, but this time I thought, I haven't taken a vacation in a while. Vacation is time off from work or from school to go and do something. And a while, this means a long time. And Eric says, and I just want to get up there and chill out. Wanna, this is short for want to. And Joe says, oh, that's great. And Eric says, yeah. And Joe says, I understand that John's living up there now as well. And if for no other reason, I should go up and visit everybody. Or I should go up and see everybody, while he's there. If for no other reason. This means if nothing else made you do something. If for no other reason. And then Eric says, absolutely. He's not living on their property anymore. Property just means land that their friends own. And Eric says, he's moved just to, really close by on the mainland, off of Bellingham. Mainland, this is the main part of land, so it's the opposite of island. And Bellingham, this is a town in the state of Washington. And Eric says, so he's in the area still, and he would just be tickled pink to see you. Tickled pink, this means very happy. Tickled pink. For example, my mom was tickled pink with the birthday present we gave her. She really liked it. Tickled pink. And Eric says, and to hang out with you. I know he would. So, hang out. This means to casually pass time. Hang out. For example, I like to hang out with my friends. Hang out. Then Joe says, yeah, it's it's amazing or